progress is still progress, whether it's slow or not. You can't be sitting on your ass all day and saying you have goals to meet, but you're not actually doing anything to hit those goals. You're not deceiving me, you're not deceiving your mom, you're not deceiving anybody. You're just going to deceive yourself. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I feel like I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed doing this because I haven't done this in like 6 weeks. It's amazing how you do something for so long and then you take a couple weeks off and then you forget how to do it. Anyway, today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to be more consistent. And this can apply to a variation of things, but I'm specifically going to limit it to how you can stay consistent at the gym. And I'm only doing it because I've been asked this question a couple of times in my DMs under some of my videos. So I'm just going to put it out there and then you guys let me know what you think, okay? I know the year is coming to an end and like this is one of the times when people are starting to reflect and think about what they want for the new year that's coming. So I think this video is very fitting for this season. Before we get started though, please make sure it gives you a thumbs up. Please also subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So the first thing you have to know, or the first thing you have to keep in mind, is that you have to create a routine that works for you, okay? Don't follow every single person's routine that you're seeing on the internet. Those people have routines that work for them. If you're following a fitness influencer who goes to the gym like 6 or 7 times a week and you expect to replicate what they're doing, that's going to be the beginning of your failure. Because you can't do what they are doing. Some of them, being an influencer is a full-time job for them. So of course they have to be at the gym 6 to 7 times a week because they have to make content and film content and they have goals to hit. They have brands that they would want to reach, So don't compare yourself to the average influencer on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Those people have very different lives from you. And most of what they post is just so that they can give their audience an idea of what to do. They're not asking you to replicate exactly what they're doing, if that makes sense. So if you're going to create any routine, create one that fits your current schedule and fits your current routine. Now, let me give you an example. Me, for example, right, I'm in school as a college student or a graduate student. I kind of have some time on my hands when I'm not doing assignments and all those things, especially in the mornings. Like I don't have to go to work by 8 or 9 a.m. in the mornings. Some of my classes start by 10, some of my classes start by 12. So I have a lot of time in the mornings to actually go to the gym. So I'm able to go to the gym 5 times a week. Now, if I were working a regular 9 to 5, what I would aim for is at least 3 times a week and maximum, let's say 4 to 5 times a week, if that makes sense, because I know that I don't have as much free time as I have right now. So for instance, if you're a parent or if you're maybe a nurse practitioner or you're in the medical field or you're just in a job that is super demanding, you have to do something that fits your current schedule. If it's 2 times a week you can go, that's fine. If it's 3 times a week you can go, that's fine. If you're consistent with what you can actually keep up with, that's what's going to help you to build that habit of consistency rather than just trying to like go all out and do what everybody else is doing and then woefully failing at it. The key thing to keep in mind is that you have to create a routine that works for you and a routine that's based on your current routine. I hope that makes sense. So my next point is that if you're super, super busy to the point where you don't even have like up to 1 hour a day to spare to go to the gym or to, hit your goals or something, just do the bare minimum, okay? The bare minimum will get you there as long as you're consistent. It might take a longer while for you to see results, but trust me, you'll still see those results because you're being consistent. Consistency is not necessarily about how many times you're doing something. It's about how often you do it when you're supposed to do it. So let's say you're a very busy person. Maybe you have kids to take care of or you have a family to provide for and you only have maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day to do some kind of workout. You can get like a skipping rope or something and skip for those 10 to 15 minutes that you have that time. Do you understand? If you're doing that consistently for just 10 to 15 minutes a day, there's no way you're not going to see results. Do you understand? Rather than trying to like cramp everything into your day when you know you can't actually fit it into your day and then you get frustrated and you just stop completely. So doing the bare minimum still works. I promise you. Not everybody wants to go to the gym to, like, be lifting weights and be carrying iron and be looking like buff or very ripped. Yes, it's a wonderful thing to see when you see somebody's body looking very sculpted. But honestly, not everybody has that goal, and that's fine. That doesn't have to be your goal. Do you understand? So just do what works for you, and do the bare minimum. As long as you can be consistent with that bare minimum, as time goes by and maybe you try to figure out your schedule or figure out a way to put more time into your gym sessions, then you'll be fine. So another kind of bare minimum thing you can do can just be home exercises. If you prefer maybe just doing cardio, you're not really into lifting weights, you can find different types of cardio exercises to do. There are so many of them on YouTube. You can do home workouts, you can do ab workouts at home, you can buy dumbbells in your house, like just maybe light dumbbells you can use just to keep yourself active, or even if it's just taking a walk for 10 to 15 minutes a day, that's fine. So with that being said, one thing you also have to keep in mind is that if you're doing home workouts, you have to be extra disciplined. Okay, you can't just like work out in your nightwear or something, and it's fine if you're going to be consistent and do that, but you have to mentally and physically get yourself to the point where you're actually going to do those things, right? So like put on workout shoes, go to the back of the house or something. If you're going to take a walk, change into your workout clothes, you know what I mean? So it's very easy to get carried away with home workouts and just be like, okay, I'm at home, I don't have to do much. But no, the discipline, in fact, I would even argue that you need to be more disciplined when you're doing that. So keep that in mind if you're going to opt for home workouts as opposed to maybe paying for a gym subscription. Okay, so my next point is you should follow fitness influencers that have similar lifestyles to you. The internet is very huge and filled with so many people who give fitness advice, and it's a very, okay, take this with a grain of salt, but I'll say it's a very saturated industry. So you can find, or it's a very saturated niche. So you can almost find any type of person that you're looking for, even if they're not doing exactly what you're doing. You can still find people who have similar lifestyles to you. And I said this in one of my, I think it was the last gym video that I posted. I put in the comments that you need to follow or keep up with fitness influencers who also have your body type, right? It's very should I say unrealistic to follow people who don't have your body type, because then you're going to be chasing something that you may not actually get. But if you follow somebody who has your body type and also has a lifestyle that's similar to you, then you can actually mirror their routine and see how you can reflect that in your own life, which makes it easier. Do you understand? Like, they're already doing all the work for you, so all you have to do is just copy and paste. I always give this example that for me, the way my body is, and I'm only saying this because I know I make gym videos, and I try not to mislead people and say, okay, if you do this, you're going to get this. If you do this, you're going to get this. The way my own body is due to genetics. The same way the next person's body is going to be because of genetics. For instance, I have very broad shoulders, right? My mom has broad shoulders. My cousins have broad shoulders. So it's a family thing. And at the same time, I don't really do shoulder workouts or upper body workouts. I only train my upper body like once a week, and my upper body is still very, very ripped. Do you understand? So I don't really need to do much to see results for my upper body. Now, I'm not going to start making videos to start misleading people and say, okay, I train 3 to 4 times a week to get a very toned upper body. Meanwhile, I know that this is mostly genetics. Do you understand? So that's the point I'm trying to make. Follow people who actually have your body type and can actually give you before and after results. It's like me trying to tell somebody, oh, this is how you grow a booty. Meanwhile, I've had mine since I was in like secondary school. Do you understand? So there are people that you don't follow. If you see that they're trying to mislead you, don't follow them. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow people who already have, the in quotes ideal body type that you might want. You can still follow them and see how they are doing certain exercises or see how they are handling certain routines. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't chase something that's unrealistic. Do you understand? Just follow people who already have similar lifestyles to you, or people who already have similar body types to you, because then it makes it easier. There are also people who do some kinds of like fitness podcasts where they kind of explain your body's metabolism and stuff like that, like just the science behind losing weight, gaining weight, all of that. And you can also follow them just, to get an idea of how fitness actually works, and not just like doing something and you're not seeing results, meanwhile you don't understand why you're not seeing results. Now, with that being said, take take some certain fitness instructions with a grain of salt. If somebody is not like maybe a certified dietitian or nutritionist or something, you don't really want to be listening to every single thing that they're saying. And because somebody was able to lose weight or someone was able to gain weight does not make them a certified fitness expert. I always say this, that whatever I'm telling you is not about gaining or losing weight. It's not about any of that. It's just like basic information that you hear anyone else say. I'm not trying to present myself as any expert because I'm far from that. I usually just talk more about habits and, things that I do, how I do them, and how people can also do what I do. Nothing about gaining or losing weight. I can talk about my own personal journey, but that's as far as it goes. I won't tell people, okay, if you want to gain weight, do this. If you want to lose weight, do that. No, far from it. So you also want to keep that in mind. You don't want to listen to people who just want to talk and feel like they have the authority to say something because they've done it. Again, everybody's body is different. Everybody's metabolism might be different. Everything about you is different from the next person. So don't take everything everybody is saying, hook, line, and sinker. That's my point. So the next thing you want to do with your consistency journey is that you have to remember your goals. Okay. See, if you're trying to hit your goals, you're never going to hit them if you don't at least make an effort, right? So just like if you're trying to go to work, how are you going to get to work if you're laying in bed all day? It's impossible. So if your eyes are not on the prize, which is, your goals, whatever your goals might be, it could be gaining weight, it could be losing weight, it could just be maybe being more fit, it could be maybe looking more chiseled or looking more ripped. Whatever your goals are, you have to keep your eyes on your goals. Okay, that's going to motivate you to be more consistent. And like I said, consistency is not necessarily about how many times you're doing something. It's about how you're able to be disciplined with the bare minimum that you're doing, or disciplined with the routine that you've already created for yourself, right? So keep your goals in mind. Okay, you can't be sitting on your ass all day and saying you have goals to meet, but you're not actually doing anything to hit those goals. Guess what? You're deceiving yourself. You're not deceiving me. You're not deceiving your mom. You're not deceiving anybody. You're just going to deceive yourself. And I know all these things are easier said than done, because developing new habits and sticking to them is a very difficult thing for people to do. But honestly, maybe I'm just talking from a standpoint of my personality. I tend to be very like strict, rigid, and that's probably because of my upbringing. So that has really translated into different parts of my life in different ways. Even if I don't want to do something, I'm still going to do it because I know that I have to. When you remember that you have goals to hit, like, see, that should propel you. Just like if you have goals to be more successful or be more financially independent, and you know that you don't have anybody to depend on, that's going to really push you to the point where like you're working and you're trying everything you can so that you can actually hit those goals. Does that make sense? So make sure that your goals are like at the front of your mind. If it's not there, then nothing per se is going to push you to be consistent unless you have an accountability partner. I'm not knocking the idea of having an accountability partner, right? But I also think that in as much as you want to do that, you also need to learn how to push yourself to do certain things without waiting for someone else to come and push you to do it. So keep that in mind when you are trying to be more consistent. Okay. So my next point is that you should take your progress as it comes. The results that you see, they are going to vary based on how consistent you are. So let me give you an example. Imagine if somebody is trying to, let's say, gain weight. I always like to use gain weight as an example because that's what I was actively trying to do, as opposed to losing weight, because I know that losing weight is a much more touchy subject for a lot of people. So imagine if somebody is trying to gain weight and they're trying to also gain muscle mass. They are going to the gym, let's say 3 to 4 times a week. They are eating more protein. They are making sure that they are eating more fiber, making sure that their metabolism is good, and basically just trying to gain healthy, lean weight and also gain muscle mass. Now, the person who is going to the gym and doing all those things more consistently is obviously going to see results faster, in quotes, maybe faster and more quicker than somebody who is just doing that once or twice a week. And that also depends on if they're exactly the same weight, the same height, and all of that, if they have the exact same body type. I'm saying all of this to say that don't compare your results or your progress to anybody else's, because remember my first point, you're doing this based on the routine that works for you. Okay, now as you progress with your fitness journey, obviously things are going to change. You're going to find more time, you're going to incorporate more activities into what you're doing, but don't knock yourself because maybe your progress is slow. Progress is still progress, whether it's slow or not. Do you understand? So if you are able to stick with something, yes, your results will vary based on how consistent you are. I should also even say this, don't look too much at the results, because I know that a lot of people have goals, and yes, having goals is a good thing. Maybe gaining weight, losing weight, looking more toned, all of those things are great. But what should be at the core of what you're doing with regards to maybe living a more healthy lifestyle should be just making it your lifestyle. Okay, when you make it your lifestyle, then it's easy. Then you don't have to keep thinking about, okay, no, I have goals to hit. Unless you're into like bodybuilding and powerlifting and all those things. Unless that, and that's not, I'm not going to speak on that because that's not my area of expertise. My area of expertise, it quotes, is just making something or incorporating something as part of my lifestyle, because I know that in the long run it's going to help me. As I get older, it's going to help me. So think of it as just making it your lifestyle, and that way you don't have to see it, or you won't see it as a chore, if that makes sense. Just like when you wake up in the morning, right? If you're going to go to work, you brush your teeth, you have your bath, you make your bed in the morning. Those things are they're hopefully hopefully that's your lifestyle. Okay, so it's the same way fitness is. By the time it becomes your lifestyle, then you stop seeing it as a chore. I hope that makes sense. My last and final point, I actually think this is my most important point, is do the workouts that you enjoy. Now granted, you still have to do things that you don't like if you want to see results. For instance, I don't like doing cardio. I hate cardio exercises so much, but I make sure I don't skip cardio. I do cardio 4 times a week. I'm in the gym 5 times a week. I do my cardio 4 times a week, 10 minutes, all those 4 days on the Stairmaster. I don't like the Stairmaster either, but I've noticed that that's really what gets me going. And that's the cardio that really, like pushes me to my limits, if you will. I do it. I don't like it, but I still have to do it. But when it comes to things like my leg exercises, I don't like leg day either. Believe it or not, I train my legs 3 times a week, but I don't necessarily like it. But I know that I have goals because I want my legs to look as toned as my upper body looks. Now, what do I do in that case when I don't like leg exercises? I find the ones that I can actually stomach. I find the ones that I may actually like, goblet squats. I made a whole video about this. I'll link it here. Goblet squats, regular barbell squats. I don't even really like those. I digress. Sumo squats, walking lunges, all of those back extensions. Those are workouts that I can actually stomach, and those are workouts that actually give me results. So do the things that you enjoy, and the ones that are also more effective. If you keep doing a lot of things that you don't like, it could be a contributing factor to why you're not consistent, because you're doing things that you don't like. And this is where following different fitness influencers comes in, because you can see different variations of things that may be suitable for you. Do you understand? Like if I show you my Instagram explore page now, it's filled with cooking videos, gym videos, because I'm trying to see different types of things to eat, different workouts to do. You just find variations of different things, and you can be like, okay, maybe this is not so bad. I can actually try this out, and then it becomes a part of you. So if you start doing workouts that you like and will actually help you see results, then it makes it less stressful. Okay, so I hope that this video was helpful enough. Hopefully I was able to give you tips on how to be more consistent. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave it in comment section below. I am trying to shift my niche on YouTube to more vlog, fitness, and lifestyle kind of commentary, and I'm hoping that it works out well, because I'm kind of seeing that that's what the algorithm likes, and that's what some of my audience likes as well. I'm going to move away from commentary because I just don't think it serves me anymore, and I've really outgrown some of the things I used to talk about. So I'm just saying that to just tell you how I'm basically evolving. Maybe I'll talk about this in another video. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to also subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.